Hello, everyone. Hola, mi gente. ¿Cómo están? Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me today on this wonderful Friday. A little nippy out there in my area. Hopefully, it's not so cold in your area. Please do let me know where you're watching from. If you're joining us here live or watching the replay, just a quick shout out with name, and you don't have to say the city or specific location. You could even just give me the state and that's all good. Just so that I know where you're watching from. Um, Thanks again for joining. If you haven't done so already, or if this is your first time here with me, please do click on that little bell so you can get the notifications and subscribe. That'll help our channel as well as you sharing this video tutorial. We'll be doing something a little different today. We're going to be making a garland, and I'm using what we would call some remnants, so that we can complete a project quick and easy and inexpensive, using some Dollar Tree things. So we can actually make this project for like maybe $15 or so, depending on your area. I know some things have gone up, but hopefully this will help you in case you haven't done something for Valentine's Day that you want to set up for decorations. It's kind of hard to find, unique things, garlands and whatnot. So sometimes we have to make our own. So this is what this tutorial is all about. So thanks again for being here with me. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So let's see here. So I want to show you, I know on the thumbnail for the YouTube, I have a picture of the actual materials that we'll be using, but I want to show you the garland that I got, and it's been over a year that I got it. It was, off season, so I was able to get it for $3. It's a 9-foot garland, and again, I got it for $3. It's called, let's see, it's from Forest Fresh 9-foot garland, and it's, with the pine stems already on there. And I made sure that that was part of the picture for the thumbnail also, in case you want to look that up to see if you can find it in your area. But I got it, again, for about $3 when I got this over a year ago. And I took advantage of the sale and I got a few of them, so that way I can have, the wonderful pink for Valentine's, breast cancer, and, so on. So let's see. Next, I want to show you, I got this garland. It's a heart garland, and I put the label of also. It's only $5 at the Dollar Tree. And what I did, it's just like the picture, but what I did was we went ahead and cut it, so that way we just have the individual hearts. Aren't these cute? So we have the felt one, and we have the one with the glitter. It's a little bling bling, little shine with a tassel, and it's got like an icicle that kind of hangs off of it or whatever to kind of give it some more shimmer on all of them. But I thought we can use these and interchange them throughout our garland just to add some hearts to it, and some more red, because our garland itself is a pink color, and we're going to be using, I don't think you can see this from over there, but we're going to be using this other pink. It's like a fuchsia color with some metallic on there, so we can have some more shiny, like a little shiny material with it. And then I have different kinds of ribbons. Let me go ahead and throw this away since we don't need it anymore. Get it out of the way. So I mentioned about using remnants. So when I'm doing projects, if I have a little bit left of ribbons, maybe a couple of things that have been cut, and I'm not going to need them for that project anymore, and it's a little difficult to do a big project with just a few cuttings of a ribbon. So I have several that I have that with. I have a drawer. I have several drawers actually under my working table that I have for using as a storing place for my remnants. So I have the ribbons stored that way, and that way when I need to kind of see what I have to see if I can put them together or combine them in some kind of way to do a project, I can do that instead of throwing things away because it's only a little bit here and a little bit there. I actually save them. So one way to save money, it's actually doing that. So that's just one of the tips for today. In Spanish, we have to say, so ahorrar. So that is our Spanish word for the day, ahorrar. So saving. So we have to save. Things keep going up these days, and cost of living is going up, prices are constantly changing, so we have to find a way to save here and there. So that is one of my ways. I do that also with mesh. So as I work with other projects, I have a bigger set of drawers that I save my mesh rolls where there might be just a little bit left that I may not be able to, again, to do a big project. I do save it because I may need the same white or the same, you know, whatever color for a different project, and I could just combine it in, or grab the bits that I have and combine them in a way where it'll work together for another project. So that's another way where you can save. So I do that for the 10-inch, and I do that for the 21-inch as well. Sometimes when we cut our pieces as well for different projects, we may have already cut the pieces out. So kind of, you have to kind of come up with another project for that. So that's why I do that. So just another ways of savings. Let's see, what else can I show you? We're going to be adding this little guy. I got him also at the dollar store. I can't remember when. I have a bag of stuff that I get, you know, when things are on sale and whatnot. But this was just $1 back when the Dollar Tree was still $1. So that's another way you can save, you know, just kind of get things here and there, and then use them, you know, later on. If you have enough, just a little bit of room for storage, you can also use it. So this is going to be like the center of our garland, and we're going to kind of dress it up to the side of him. I've already put these other remnants that I had for my different projects. So these are going to be to the side of him to kind of draw more attention to the center. And we have other ribbons. We got some more pink with that same fuchsia color. Probably when I switch the view, you'll be able to see these a little bit better. But these are little circles in different sizes, and the little circles match our other mesh. So it's like a metallic fuchsia on this translucent white ribbon. And then I thought we would add it with the pink. On our bear, we have that same pink, both pinks, the fuchsia with the metallic and the light pink. So that's why I thought these would kind of come together pretty well. So that's what we'll be working on and putting it all together. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is remove our tags, which I had started with the other two items, our garland and the hearts. And of course, with all of our garlands, we always want to make sure we spread out our stems. And kind of make sure that everything's working here. So that way we can be ready to put our mesh on here. So I am going to move things around here so that you can see me still to the corner. And then let me make sure this is also working. And then we'll get started with the project. So get things out of the way. So again, if you're here with me and you haven't already joined, please do subscribe and click on that bell. Send me a comment letting me know where you're watching from. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hello. Just saw that comment popped up. Sorry if I get delayed on reading. My glasses dropped right before we started, right before we went live, and one of my lenses is gone. So I can't, you know, I may not be able to read as fast as I would like, because I'm going to have to squint a little. But welcome, Kathy. Thank you for joining us. So the first thing we're going to do is do our mesh. So just going to gather it here on our middle. And I'm going to change the view also so you can see a little bit better what I'm working on and see the hot mess I have here on this work table. Let me do that. Ooh, New York. How is it out there? I haven't been in New York in so long. Let's see. Let me change my view here. Okay, now you can see the mess on my table, but you should still be able to see me to the corner of your screen. Okay, so we're just going to gather, and what I'd like to do is, just so I can make sure I gather things in the middle, I join the corners at the bottom, and then I just kind of scrunch it. Now for my garlands, I like leaving a little bit extra on my ends, because that kind of serves for a couple of different things. It adds a little bit more of length and just a little bit more definition, especially if you decide later on that you want to add a bow. It's a good backing for a bow. So that's why I like doing that. And then you can cut it, shape it however you like. But I do leave, let's see, that's about 6 inches, I think. Close enough, 8 inches. So that's what I will leave at the bottom of it, just to give you a little bit of a tail. And all we do just is gather our stems. We're going to pull apart to make sure it's nice and tight, and then just give it a twist. Snowy. Oh, see, I don't miss that. I love the snow, but I didn't like having to deal with the ice and ice melting and having to do the salt and the shoveling of stuff. Ugh, I don't miss that part, but it is so pretty. We're in Florida every once in a blue moon, if I can say it that way. We get what I call snow flurries, and it's very rare. And it's like chaos over here almost. It's like everything wants to close down, and you know, because there's snow flurries, but the weather here usually it doesn't even stick. So I remember going to college one day. I was talking with my husband about that the other day. And it's like, I went to college for my finals, and the doors were closed with a sign that they were closed for inclement weather, and the snow didn't even stick. So, but hey, that's just a different place. So I do miss it. So what I'm doing here is just gathering, making poofs. Now you can either measure to do the length, or you can just go to your next stem and back up. And that gives you usually a big enough poof to have as a backing, because we just want to make sure that our garland is going to be full. Now you can, depending if you want it to be bigger, you can definitely do a double poof and just back it out more and spread that a little bit more. So entirely up to you, depending on the spacing that you have where you're going to be putting your garland. If it's going to be over the mantle, or if it's going to be over the, you know, a door, maybe your front door. So you decide that. Okay. And again, all we're doing is just gathering our mesh, going to the next set of stems and just backing it up. If you do it that way, it makes it pretty much the same size as you go without having to measure or anything like that. Yeah, the shoveling, and yeah, I don't miss that at all. Where do I get, let me see, I can't read that. The garland base. This one I got, oh my gosh, it was so long ago. What's the name of that place? Pottery, I want to say Pottery Barn. It's been a while. I think it was Pottery Barn that it's called, or Old Time Pottery, something pottery. Forgive me, it's been a while. But they just had a whole bunch of them in different colors, and they were just trying to get rid of stuff. Even their regular wreath frames, the bases, were on sale that time. So I try to stack up if I can when I catch those. So this one is 9 feet long. It's a pretty good length. And I just like opening the poofs as I go. But you can definitely do it at the end if you like, depending on what you're comfortable with. Just like having the combination of the different colors. Different pinks and some red and some white. Trying to catch all of my ribbon. Hopefully none of them will fall over. Okay, so again, we're just making poofs, and all that is just gathering your mesh, do the certain measurement that you might need for your project. In this case, we're doing the garland. You could do this the same for wreaths. Just go to the next set of stems and back up, and that'll set you up with a good enough size poof and help you with keeping them all about the same. Not that that's too important, because mesh is very forgiving. And again, just opening up our poofs as we go. So after this, shouldn't take us too much longer. We're going to find our middle. I always like finding our middle first, and set up our middle of our garland. I like drawing more attention to the middle. And to the ends. And then from there, we can set up our ribbons or streamers, as some call. Ribbons, streamers. And then we're gonna go ahead and glue on the hearts that I showed you earlier. Let me know if any questions as we go on, actually, rather. Okay. We do also have an email list if you haven't signed up for that yet. That'll keep you informed of upcoming events. It'll notify you of things we have going on, any specials and sales, any new uploads to our shop. And if you haven't already signed up, you can get a 15% discount for signing up. And I promise you, I won't bombard you with emails. I don't send them like on a, like 2-3 emails in a week. Sometimes it's not even in a month. I don't send that much. So, you're new. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us and for being here. Do you do other arts and crafts, Kathy? Is that something that you do for fun or for selling? If by chance this motivates you to try a garland, if you haven't already done one, or just gives you ideas on doing something new, please, please, please tag us on your pictures. Thank you for signing up. I love seeing the projects that our YouTube community gets to do. Once they see a tutorial or video, they get new ideas, and there's, you know, pictures out there. I want to be able to see them. It just brings me joy. It's like, ooh. Soon, hopefully, very soon, we are, let's see, last I checked, we needed about 20 subscribers to make it to 1,000. Once we make it to 1,000 subscribers, they'll allow us to use the community board, which I'm very excited about. I can't wait to start using that, because that would allow us to have discussions on the YouTube channel, and you would get to share your opinion and vote on options for the upcoming things with the channel. We're trying to do some new things with it in the channel. So you get to vote what you would like to see first, what you would like to see next, or more of. So that would be awesome. Oh, how fun. That's how I started. I was just doing stuff for my friends and family. And I remember my mom would always tell me, you know, you need to start, you know, selling these. You need to, and my niece, you know, so they always would say, why aren't you selling these things? And I just never thought about selling them. I just enjoyed making them, making pretty things. And I love decorating and just making pretty things, making everything pretty. But that's also how I started. Just something to enjoy. Yay, see, we're almost done. Yes. So I'm going to say it too. Start soon. It's easy. I'll be glad to help you get set up. It really doesn't take much to get started. I think I need to start like a special membership, something or other, to help others get started, because you really don't need a whole lot of money to get things rolling. You can even start things for free. There's different resources to get started. So all right, looks like we only have about 4 more after this one. And we can go to our middle. Oh, good. I would love to help. Send me an email, Kathy. So I'll have your email and we can start conversating that way. I'll be glad to help. I would like to be a resource to you. And 2 more. Good. Looking forward to chatting with you. And last one. And then remember, on this last one, we're still gonna cut it, but we're gonna leave a little bit of a tail, because again, that helps us with giving us a little bit more length on our garland. And then if later on we decide we want to attach a bow, it helps with the backing. It makes it look a lot better. So I think the other one we said 28, what was it, 8 inches. So we're gonna go to, make sure that we cut them about the same. I'm gonna go a little bit longer, so we can shape it. All righty. Woohoo! It's got ribbons everywhere. Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like thus far. So it can very well be left this way. You're welcome. See, I almost said darling. Don't want to say that, and don't want to offend anybody. That's just how I am. So no offense intended. But there it is. There we are. So if you want to leave it simple, quick, easy, if that's all we have for, you know, with different supplies, we can definitely leave it at that. So we're going to go ahead and find our middle. And I counted this earlier. We had 25 stems. So we have a very good middle. Uh-oh. Got things falling here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that will be 24. So this is our middle. Okay. Glad you like it. Okay, so this is going to be our middle where we want to attach our bear. So a couple of things we can do. If we want to leave him for last, we can and just skip that. And then we can start with our other ribbons. Well, good. Good to know. Alrighty. Let me get I started charging my battery. Oops, earlier. So we're going to use our glue gun when we start gluing our bear on. So I want to make sure we have a fully charged battery here. Oh, and I lost my spot. I think it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. That's what I get. I do this all the time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is our middle. So to make sure that doesn't happen again, I'm going to attach the bear. All right. So we can kind of see, we'll have our red. We have the 2 different pinks here on the heart. Let me see if I can lift that. The heart itself has both different pinks, the light pink and the metallic fuchsia pink. And then, of course, we have the red and the white, which will match our plethora of ribbons. So I use the stem to kind of help attach anything that I'm gluing. So he's just going to be right in the middle, and then we're going to highlight him with some extra oomph. I'm going to, thought I had turned that button on. So we're going to wait on our glue gun and attach some ribbons in the interim. Isn't he adorable? I love playing with snow animals. It's like I'm a little girl. I'm still a little girl. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and open this back up and bring this in just so that we can have a little bit more stem. And as we use our wired ribbons, one of the main reasons I like using wired ribbons is because we can shape them any way we want. So we can curl them. And these you could also get at the dollar store. They look like it's like a snow mesh. Let's see if I can lift that for you. Let's see if the camera will pick that up. It's got like little snow particles on there. And they have them in the different colors, and they change them up based on the season and the holidays. Let's see, that's where our bear will go. While we wait on our glue gun, we'll go ahead and get this attached. Just pull apart really tight, and then just set up your ribbons how you like. So this mesh, that's with this heart ribbon. We have a very light pink and a darker pink, but it's still a different shade than our fuchsia. So it gives us about 4 different shades of pink, and then our white and our red. And we can move him out of the way for now. Now we have our middle, and we won't lose our middle while we wait. Like you saying, let's see if I can bring my, don't know why I can't see. There's like a little thing blocking my view. Wire, yes. With the snow mesh for Easter. Oh, that must have looked cute. They didn't think about that for Easter. I guess that could be seen as little eggs, huh? They didn't think about that. I know that's used a lot during Easter, the whole egg thing. Alrighty, I try to get everything pre-cut, and I think that's making it a little bit more difficult for me, but I was trying to save us some time. Nice. Okay, so I'm just putting, because we have a it's like very translucent with the little metallic fuchsia dots on there. And I'm going to put that on our top of our light pink, so that way we can see those dots a little bit better. And then I'm going to find our middle, just so that it'll be easier for us to scrunch it. So you can scrunch it by hand up here, if that's easy for you. We can also do it on the table and then just gather it together. No wrong way, just whatever is easiest for you. You can shape the ribbon as you have it in your hands, or you can shape them once you put it on your garland or wreath, if that's what you're making. In this case, we're making a garland. And again, just kind of twist once you pull apart to make it nice and tight. So I like to change up my ribbons with the crisscrossing. So you'll notice as we do different things, I might have the pink on the bottom next time and so on. So I'll just kind of switch them up to give it that different look. So since I want these in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. So I'm just going back and forth from our middle. Okay, we're going to gather and curl. I'm going to twist. Alrighty, so that's how our middle is looking. So if our little bear was attached, go ahead and get him in the little cubby. That's how our center is going to look. Because these ribbons, the way that it's set up with the mesh, is the only place where we'll have that. So it's going to draw the eye attention to that. And this is the only place where we'll have the one with the polka dot translucent one with the light pink. Then everything also, though, will have the same colors and the same ribbons everywhere else. They're not going to be in the same pattern as we have them up here. So let's see. Is our glue gun almost ready? We're going to move him out of the way. We're going to continue on. Got this all discombobulated here. Make sure. Red. That. And there's the pink. Okay. So now we're going to add us some red. And I got to show you a couple of things here. So with the mesh, glad you like that. So this is one of the remnants that we had. I had a little bit left on that roll. So I cut these into 10-piece inches. And it's got that translucent metallic thing going on, but it also has this white ribbon in the middle. So what I'm going to do is just curl it. And we're going to roll in the same direction as it wants to curl. We're just going to tighten that curl and roll it. So it'll look like that. And then we have our ribbon. And wherever that middle is, we're going to have that same middle for that. And scrunch it again. And we're going to go to our next spot. Now, I'm not going to be cutting the stems because, again, we're going to need the stems for when we attach the hearts. Okay. I'm going to curl these down. So now we have that little bit of a curl and the red going on. So we can have the red and the white. Going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, if you have a big enough space where you can spread it like I tried to do, didn't quite work for me. You could always just do one whole side and then do the other side. I'm just going back and forth just for the sake of space. Because every time I try to put the whole garland on the table, it starts knocking things off. We don't want that. So however you find your middle, just for the scrunching, you could either scrunch it ahead of time before putting it together with your curl, or do it both at the same time. Alrighty, looks like our glue gun is ready. So I am going to run, just put some glue down onto the middle of the stem throughout, and a big gulp in the middle. We're just gonna hold them there for a little bit just to make sure it gets attached, and then we go on to the next. So this method that I'm using, you can use for any garland, of course. So you just set up your ribbons, make sure you count your stems. That way you know how many cuts of your ribbons you'll need. And if you're gonna add any embellishments, like with the hearts, count those out. That way you'll know how you need to spread them. I think on these, I did have some fall. I think I counted 10. So with us having, let's see, we had the, I think I counted that we would need to alternate and skip a set of stems so we can have them evenly distributed. Okay, turn off the glue gun for now. Okay, so we're gonna go to our next set of ribbons. So now we have some red with that same one that's translucent with the little fuchsia dots. So just to shape it, you could put the thumb or any finger under the ribbon and just kind of curl it. So it'll look like a little birdie. It's already curled. And twist. I'm actually gonna do that a little bit differently here. Remember when I mentioned about spreading the ribbons differently? Since I have white over here, instead of doing that white and white, I'm gonna do the red one on here. So that'll be red and white. But you can distribute as you'd like. No wrong way. There's no wrong way of doing this. Let me start using some of these, see if I can get them out of the way too. Okay, let's move this side over so we can see this one. Okay, so now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the white with the pointing towards this red. And then do the opposite on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to go to our pink. Where did my roll go? Same thing here with the curl. We're going to just roll it in the same direction it wants to curl. Pinch it. Find our middle for the ribbon. And I've already dovetailed these, but if you need to see how to dovetail, I know I have a few videos that show that, but I can definitely show that here. Just I could grab another piece of ribbon and dovetail it. I should have left some undone so I can show you how to do that. Okay, so adding back some of this light pink. guess I shouldn't have worn this sweatshirt. Keeps getting caught on everything. I know where the other one went, so we'll use this one. And hopefully I didn't miscount and we have everything just as we need. But if by chance I did, we can cut up some more stuff to make it even. Keep looking at this gnome in front of me. I think you only see like maybe a little part of his hat. I'm gonna have to pull him out so you can see. I've been trying to understand. I know, you know, the gnome thing has been going on for some time now, but I haven't been able to understand what it's all about. It's like a gnome craze. And I don't know the history behind it or anything like that, but they're like everywhere. So I've been trying to figure it out. And I was at the store the other day. Let me see if I can reach them here. And they have a whole bunch of them. They have the female one, the male one, and this is red, and they kind of have them all different. The hat is red and the bottom is white and all sorts of different things. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get one. And I thought maybe this would be the center for the garland, but it's a little bit heavy. It has like some heavy things here on the bottom for it to be able to stand up. And I thought that might be too heavy for a garland, but I'm going to come up with a project to use one. I haven't quite understood the whole gnome thing yet. So, but I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay. So if anybody can maybe give me some history on that, what the whole thing is about, please put it on the comments. Help me out, because I sure don't know, don't understand. They are everywhere for every season, every holiday, in every kind of way. Used to just see them for like garden stuff, you know? Like, what is this? Okay. Go to, oops. Uh-oh. Red. Polka dots on this side. Steady. I think that's what goes next. All right, so I'm gonna roll. Yeah. All right, I have someone else that's with me on the whole gnome thing. I just don't understand. Guess we need some help, Kathy. There's got to be a reason for the craze. I'm sure it's been going on for a while. I've been trying to figure it out, but so please help us out. If you know what it's all about, so that we can be in the know. All right, let's see. Now we're going to our polka dots. Polka dots in red. I have a partner. I'm not alone. I wish I had a mantle, because then this would probably be a lot easier for taking a picture when it's already completed. So I can put it out there for everyone to see, or maybe even change the thumbnail on the YouTube to see the final product. I'll have to figure something out. Maybe on a doorway might be the next best thing. It wasn't quite the middle, was it? All right, there we go. Okay. Looks like we only have 2 more to go on each side. We're almost done. Ah, glad you love them. I thought it would be a neat combination to have just all these different crazy colors. It looks like I missed a couple of because there's only 2 left on the other. I think I kept going on the right side. All right, so that means I need the polka dot one with the red. We'll get it straight. We'll get it straight. I'll keep going on this side for a little bit longer. I got all excited. I was on a row. Yeah, need the red on this side because we have white. Either way it goes. Oh, there. Okay. A little bit tighter. Okay. Pink on that side. All right, let's see if we can get them even. I only had 2 left on the other one, the other side. We're back to polka dots, red and white polka dots. Okay, so I'm gonna pull and twist. I'm gonna try to redirect that white, just because we have the white right there, so I can do the red instead. Helps with spreading the colors. And all I'm doing is just alternating the ribbon so we can have the different colors spread out as much as possible. But if you have to do 2 of the same back to back, nothing wrong with that either. Should I say either? My Spanglish may have kicked in. I don't know. All right, now we have 2 left on each side. We have plenty. Let's see, what do we want to... I think we have red, polka dot, pink. Okay, going back to pink. Some fraying going on already. Hold on, get rid of that. Come on, pink. Okay. There we go. And we need back to the top with the red. Okay. See what we have. The middle. To this other side here. Must have dropped the ribbon in a polka dot. Translucent polka dot. Okay, well, we'll make do. See if I see it on the floor. Okay, so we'll just make do. We'll do a switcheroo. I think I might have another remnant too, so let's check my drawer. We can fix this. Sorry about that. I do, and I get to do the dovetailing. Okay, so for dovetailing, in case we may need to know how to do this, all we need to do is get our ribbon and fold it in half. And you want to cut from your folded edge towards your end up here. So let me see. How do I keep... well, I normally try to cut as far as like the fraying goes. It's difficult depending on your mesh also. Some mesh just, you know, the less the less they cost, usually the more they fray. But normally I try to cut the edge at the beginning before I start doing stuff with it. And just keeping it to where it's not touching other mesh. So kind of have like a divider. I have little, let's see, can I take that? I use the, like from your ribbons, like if you save these, once your ribbons are done, you can cut these out and kind of use that to separate your mesh if you have them in a, like next to each other. That way they're not touching, so they won't fray because they kind of pull on each other. So that's one way to prevent it. But I always cut the edge before I get started with a project because usually that's already frayed. And if you start with a very straight edge, usually that helps as well. So dovetailing, once we have this folded, let me see if I can let this go without it going anywhere. So I want you to see. So we have it folded and we're going to cut from our folded edge to the very tip here. So you cut at an angle. And that'll give you your dovetail. Let's see if I can, I'm going to hold this over so you can see it. Might be able to see it a little bit better. So there's the dovetail. Because it's shimmery, may not be able to see it, but I'll do it again over the pink so you can kind of see it better. Okay, so we have our folded ribbon. We're going to go from our folded edge to the corner, to the little edge. And that'll give us the dovetail. Alrighty. So, my red. This one's a little bit shorter, but you'll still be able to see the colors, which is what we want. And I get to use up remnants, not just throwing it away. So in this case, I'm going to make that stand out a little bit more since it's shorter, but it's mixed in with everything else. It's not really going to be all that noticeable. And then we're going to do our pink to finish off. I'll get these out of the way. Have an extra. Okay. And this one, I'm just using the little ribbon that's in the middle to find my middle. And it's so tight, owie. Okay. Oops. Now we have it all ready to roll. Okay. So our next decision, let's see if we can see that so we can see the middle. I can make it stay on the table. Yay! Kind of sort of wants to stay. Let's see. There we go. You can see a little middle in the middle. Let me pick up these parts that fell so we can start gluing them. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, let's start the glue gun. So with these, we have, oh, I have a lot of stuff on here. 10 of these, and I mentioned earlier on when we started the tutorial that there's 25 stems. So my thought, to make sure it's all even, see, we gotta learn some math. I remember in school, you know, some kids would say, it's like, what are we gonna need math for? We don't need math. I'm not gonna be an accountant or this or that or the other. But gotta know some math. All right, so I'm gonna be alternating these, but instead of just going 1 and 1, I'm gonna match it with our middle again. So let's see if I can bring this over this way. So we have our middle with the extra snow things here, so we'll know which is our middle. And we only have the 10, so we're going to start from here to spread the actual hearts. Because this gives us 5, we'll have 20, right? 25, so we'll have 20, which means we'll have 10 on each side. So we can use 5 hearts on each side. Haha! Gotta do the math. Okay, so then our biggest decision will be which heart we want to start with. So if we skip the 5, let's see, 3, 4, and 5, we're going to be with polka dots. And then we'll have the shiny one. So I don't think the shiny will be good on this one. So I'm going to put the shiny on this one. Because we have a shiny ribbon right next to it. So that way we can skip. Because we're going to skip one. I think that's the way we're going to roll. Or we can do this one. But it doesn't seem to stand out to me as much. I think we need the glitter on that one because of the ribbon. So that's what we're going to do. So waiting on the glue gun. So that means we're also going to do glitter on this one with the white polka dots. And that's what we'll put in the middle. And this has little tassels. So we can leave that hanging. So we're going to make sure that we put our hearts in the same, facing the same direction. So that way the tassels will also hang off of our garland. So that's the plan. We just got to start gluing and we'll be done with our project. So let's see if I can get that to stay. There we go. And then we'll do those next. Let's see if our glue gun's ready since it was kind of warm. Yes, it is. All right. So we're going to make sure we have our tassels facing down. We're going to put our glue right in the middle. Make sure that you can see that. It's shiny, isn't it? We have a little bit of bling going on because of all the shine. Just going to hold it in place for a little bit. Alrighty. So now we'll have our felt ones, one on each side. But we're going to skip one of these. Who doesn't like bling? Gotta have some bling. Bling, bling, bling. Gotta have some shine. All right, so we're gonna go. See, this will work perfect because now we have the pink that we're doing it on. And there's no red on this one. So that felt is perfect for it. Let's see if I can show you that. Let's see if I can move this over. It'll show a little bit better. So there's our hearts. Cute, cute, cute. All right. I'll try to go back and forth again just to make sure that I don't put anything in the wrong spot. I could definitely do that. Okay. Not that pink. We're going to go to this pink. Oh, yes. Some lights would be good. Absolutely so. Just got to make sure to have a nearby plug depending on where it's going to be displayed. So I guess usually by a mantle that would work. The door, outside door, I don't know. I don't think I have a plug close enough to my front door. But hey, that could work. Let's see. So if, uh-oh, did I do that? Okay, let me try this again. Where was it? I don't grabbed it off. Trying to grab to move it. I snatched it off of there. So I was going to say, if by chance you can't find these garlands or, you know, some that are like on sale or discount. Oh yes, battery would work. I just saw that comment. Yes, those little with the LED batteries, those little ones, that would work. That's perfect. I like that idea. If you can't find these at discount, I normally try to go like after a season and kind of check out different stores to see what they have because they normally put everything on sale for the previous holiday or season. So that's when I try to catch it. But if by chance you don't, you could also use wire. You can get, let's see, do I have my wire nearby? I don't. But you can get that thick, like a thicker floral wire and just cut it as long as you want your garland to be. And then fold your edge so it won't be sharp. You don't want to get yourself cut on it or, you know, a child or anybody else getting caught on it if they pass by it or something. So I would fold that edge on the bottom. So cut it a little bit longer than what you would need. And then use chenille stems, pipe cleaners, every few inches. Just kind of put that in and tie it. Use like a little dot of glue, like from the glue gun, to keep it in place. And just stagger your chenille stems, your pipe cleaners, just the way as you would have these stems on a garland. And then you could go ahead and do the mesh and do your embellishments and your, ribbons and so on from there. So that could still work that way if you don't have something that already has the stems on it. Just use some wire. So before I do this again, I'm just gonna move this onto the table here, so I won't undo. Uh-oh, looks like I skipped a, damn, look at there. They didn't put any ribbon on it. Let's see, what ribbon can I put on here to dress it up? See, we make boo-boos. So I have red and shimmer polka dot, so I guess another pink could work. Let's see if I can grab this pink and curl. It just may have a little bit of extra pink on here, but I don't want it to be empty. What is it from that cartoon? The what was it? The original Little Mermaid, I guess I should say. Hello, I have missed one. And the little lobsters running around. I don't know why I just thought of that. Hello, I have missed one. Now that's fixed. So we did felt, so we need glitter hearts. Let me get all my hearts over here. They keep trying to go away. Get them all. There we go. So we have glitter, and then to that to the side. Okay. Make sure we have our tassel going in the right direction. I'm gonna hold that in place for a bit. Hold it just for a little while longer, just another few seconds, and then we go back to our felt. So we're alternating our glitter and our felt, but we're skipping, excuse me, skipping a set of stems in the middle, just so that we can spread them out. Okay. Probably would be good to cut these tags, but they'll be hidden towards the back. So we're gonna skip going back on the pink. It's looking actually kind of decent. Trying to look at the view that you can see, just to kind of see how you can see, since it's different than what I'm seeing here, right in front of me. So I want to make sure that you can see the top view very well. So I mentioned our Spanish word for this video tutorial because we're trying to make sure we're conscientious of our spending. So we're trying to use our remnants and shopping when things are going on sale and discount, especially with the way things are these days. So, hi, Miss Monica. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Glad you're here. So the Spanish word for that, for saving is ahorro. So I need to actually type it up so you'll be able to see how it's spelled as well. But ahorro, it's for saving, to save, which is what we're doing today. We're using remnants, because that's the way we roll. We can still make something pretty and not have to spend the big bucks. Okay, make sure we start on, go back to this side. Hopefully not lose a heart or two in the process, the way that I just did that. All right, so we have felt. We're going to go to glitter. Skipping one. And using our stems. Ah, thank you, Monica. Missed a bit. Because we're pretty much about done. We're just attaching the last couple of embellishments. But hey, I'm glad you're here. You can still see it. Aw. Thank you for watching the replay. But to give you a quick recap, Monica, we've used this garland that I'm using. I don't know, you can't really see too much of it now since it's pretty much covered. But this light pink garland, I got it at a store. And I can't remember. I know it had something pottery on it. So I don't know if it was Pottery Barn or Old Time Pottery. I don't know. But they were having a sale. It was a little over a year ago. These had already gone out of season. It was I think they had it because of breast cancer month or something like that, but the season had already passed, and they had them just for $3. This is a 9-foot garland, so that's what we're using. I went ahead and bought a few because I figured, hey, these will work for not only breast cancer, it'll work for Valentine's Day too. So try to find those sales, because you know it is helpful to the budget. Once we're done here, I'll show you I'll try to put the middle back on the screen so we can see the full thing. Or close to it anyways. So we are missing another heart somewhere, but I think we're evened out. Must have fallen earlier when I had the little snafu. Oh, Monica. Oh, yes, we got the one still. Sorry, Monica. Trying to read the comments at the same time. Yes, gotta love those finds. We were talking earlier, Kathy and I, trying to find out what the whole craze is with regards to gnomes. So I don't know what the craze is. I know they've been very popular, but I found one. Oh, the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're trying to find out what the whole story is or history with regards to these, because normally I would see them back in the day just like in the garden kind of thing, but now they have the male, the female, and they have them from different seasons and holidays, and I don't understand what the craze is about. I need to find out the story, the history behind all of that. So if you know, please let us know what it's all about, because I just want to know so I can be in the know. And Miss Kathy said she wants to know as well. We got to be in the know because neither one of us know what the craze is about. But we're trying to understand it. All right, here's our center with our little teddy bear. See if I can get it to stay. I'm going to try to just roll it so we can see the whole thing. See if I can do that. If I don't poke my eye out. There we go. Bring this other side over. All right, so there's our full garland. Kind of, sort of. You just can't see like you normally would, it hanging. Turn that blue gun away. You don't know it either. Okay. Well, welcome to the family. We have company. Kathy and I were saying the same thing earlier. It's like, oh, I have company. I have no idea what it's all about. Neither one of us knew either. So now there's 3 of us. I'm not gnome crazy either, but I keep seeing them everywhere. It's like, okay, am I going to have to start making things with gnomes? I don't want to do that without really knowing. So I got the one just to kind of try and figure something out, but I don't know. But anyways, let me see if I can change this here view. Maybe I can hold the garland up. I don't know. Now I'm, uh-oh, uh-oh, all sorts of stuff going on. Okay, hopefully you can see me okay now. Now I'm in the front. See if I can lift them. Maybe we can see them a little bit better this way. I don't know. If not, I'll go back to the other view, but yay! There's a little garland with our teddy bear and the hearts. Can't see. Let's see. We can probably see the hearts better this way. I don't know. But I like how all the colors came together. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it so you can see it. You don't need to see me. We'll just go back to the other way. There we go. You can see the colors a little bit better. So now this garland can go on a door, double door, by the fireplace. You have a mantle. I don't. But basically, now we have a Valentine's Day garland, which you can never usually find out there, other than what I showed earlier from the dollar store, the hearts. You know, they called that a garland. It was just a bunch of hearts, you know, together, and that was it. But we just went ahead and cut those up, and we use them individually just to attach them to the garland here. Yay! Glad you love it. So we have lots of color, colorful and inexpensive. You can get this done for, I think I said it was less than $15. Because we already had some remnants. We had $3 on the garland, $5 for that dollar store thing with all the hearts. So that's $8, and just an estimation, like an estimate on the ribbons that were also remnants. So if you have remnants, don't throw them away. Put them in a drawer. Then you can combine them together, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 pieces of one and 4 or 5 pieces of another. Put it all together like I did here today. And nothing goes to waste, and you don't have to buy more ribbon. You can make another pretty project just like we did here today. So, but that is it. Don't forget, click on the bell, subscribe if you haven't already, and then please subscribe to that email list so you can be in the know. We're on the countdown, or should I say count up, waiting on hitting 1,000 on YouTube. Once we do, we'll be able to start those board discussions on the YouTube channel. So we'll start doing the voting on what projects we want to see next. There's a couple of other things that we want to introduce. Of course, doing some of the fake bakes from time to time, doing some of the natural essentials, you know, kind of start doing some tincture stuff, because, you know, it's getting expensive to buy, you know, medical things at the pharmacy as well. And I kind of want to share some of that passion with me as a herbalist at heart, to make sure you know how to make some things in that regard as well. Not just the wonderful, pretty things, but be able to take care of self naturally without all the side effects of all the stuff they put out there. So that'll be one of the things we want you to use. And I know last year I had some questions coming in with regards to doing some crocheting tutorials. I know I put some scarves on my shop on Etsy, but we would like to get that started as well, because we've had some questions about that also. So, but we'll put it all out on the discussion board once we have 1,000 subscribers. We're pretty close. So please do share the link of the tutorial with your friends and throughout the social media. And ask them to subscribe. Once we get up there, you know, of course, the sharing helps our channel. Doing the comments, watching the replay, letting us know where you're watching from. All of that helps those wonderful algorithms YouTube has set up, so that we can grow the channel and be able to get to do some more things. And I want to make sure I get your input on what to do next and what to show next. So, but this is it for our garland. I'm going to go back to our regular view. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for joining me. And we'll be here again on Friday. If you have some ideas of what you would like to see, let us know. We're going to try to get it out there so you get notified. Hopefully by Monday night, we're going to have our next project already listed on YouTube, so you can get that notification. But if you have ideas, we can definitely get that done for then. Or if we get your your request after that, then we can definitely do it for next week. So don't forget to let us know. And again, thumbs up on the video, share, keep creating, share your creations with us. Please tag us so that we can see what you've made, if we've motivated you or gave you some ideas with what we do here during the tutorials. We want to see it. Please, just gotta see the beauty. Share the beauty. But until next time, keep creating. Stay safe, stay liquid, stay blessed. Bye-bye.